Okay, I wanted to do a quick little tip on fixing Grover tuners that have the loose uh, or the play in the keys. Um, I've looked at some videos on YouTube and just never have really found, if there's a fix for it, what is it, some of them talked about taking it apart, trying to take the back off and all that. But anyway, so what I started doing is I came out here to look at it to see if I could figure out where the play was actually happening. And as it turns out, um, I lost my screwdriver. As it turns out, it's hard to do and hold at the same time. In fact, I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm just going to keep talking. So as it turns out, the play is actually happening where the key slides onto the shaft. Um, okay, so what I just did here, I just loosened this, and took this off. And I'm also taking off, there's a black and a white washer. See those two. Just make sure you put them back on. So what I discovered is I took this off and I slid this key back on, okay, right here. And I found that the play I was feeling was right here. It was between the key and the shaft. So I thought, well, what can I do to fix that? So what I came up with is I'm probably not going to go through and show you how to do it. It's pretty easy, but clean the shaft off really good. I use some alcohol to get all the, there's some lubricant on there. So get all the lubricant off with alcohol. Then I've got this stuff. This is aluminum duct tape. So what I do is I take this the button off. I cut a piece of that aluminum, and like here's the piece I've been cutting out of. Cut one little piece, tape it right to this flat part, and you can do it on either side. There's a flat spot on both sides. So just tape, get a piece of this, tape it down on one side, okay, burnish it down really well. I use the back side of a razor blade to make sure that I burnish it, as tight down to that as possible. And then if you have to, trim it up so that it just stays on the flat spot. Once you do that, slide the key on and test it, and to see if the play is gone or whatever. So far, I've only done two of them, but so far I've only had to put the tape on one side. None of them were loose enough to need a piece on both sides. But if you do have one that's still loose, try one on that side too. But so anyway, I mean that was it. I've done this one, and I don't know if you can see it, but I mean there is no play in that anymore at all. Well, I'll say at all. Maybe just a thing, but I think that's the worm gear. I don't think it's here. Uh, so anyway, maybe that'll help somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these and then see how long it lasts. That's the one thing. This aluminum is kind of soft, so that's why I burnish it down really good, because I want to get any of that softness out that I can, and basically just make it like a shim. So anyway, hope that will help somebody out. I'm gonna pick this up on Craigslist. Um, $200. It's a Schecter C1 Exotic Diamond Series. It was only made in 2005. Um, and I think they called it exotic because of the wood. They were oiled woods instead of, lacquered or whatever. And uh, so anyway, $200. The neck is perfect. I did level the frets. Um, there was a few high ones, but I played it for a month before I did that. I mean, it was very minor. Um, and it was in bad shape as far as it had rust on the pole pieces, and it just had grime on the body. I just steel wooled it with quadruple alt steel wool. In fact, I did it all over, and uh, it cleaned up nice. It's got a couple of little gouges, but because it's oiled, you got to look to see that stuff. And then on the back, it did have some buckle rash. But the weird thing is I mean, this is all oil, but it looks like they came in and it sprayed something on this. And you can see weirdness right there where it looks like it's worn or something, but I may go in there and sand that back down. I don't mind the feel though. So, but anyway, setup great, no problems whatsoever. Stays in tune really well. I actually did order another set of tuners for this. I got a set of Hipshot locking tuners, and they're a direct replacement for this type of Grove